up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in a motherfucking building. This time, I am back, honey, to talk about Kenya Moore, honey. Kenya Moore did a interview with a lady by the name of Jazzy McBee. It is on YouTube. You guys go and check it out. I was at work yesterday, and I caught the interview. And I wasn't even really gonna speak on it, but the bitch got to lying all throughout the fucking interview. One thing I don't really care for with Kenya is she never keeps it real. She never really flats out says the truth. And she has a superiority complex. You know, she has this complex to herself where, well, I know I'm needed. You know, and the numbers were down on the show. You know, the numbers don't lie, you know, and she was saying little shady shit on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw when the show was actually on. Can we at least get the numbers up? Can we at least get the ratings up? You know, and then she mentions in this interview, well, the fans, they noticed that I was gone and, you know, I'm such a big part of the show. Now, this is the same woman that when she actually got a husband, this bitch went off and eloped. Okay, you are on a reality show. Wouldn't you want people to see that your ass actually got married? Because for years you have been renting boyfriends. And I believe she was, because I kept hearing that. And normally you keep hearing some shit where there's some smoke, there's some fire. Okay, we all know that much. But yeah, she's very delusional. And then when she got to talk about Phaedra, she wasn't really telling the whole truth. You know, so I'm going to play the interview and I will come back and forth with my commentary.
And I know it's so important to keep that peace in your household.
Yes.
So when I heard that you're coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm like, okay, she's back.
Well, that hasn't been confirmed. So as of now, that's just a rumor.
Oh, no, we are.
Bitch, please. You know motherfucking well your thirsty ass cannot wait to get your ass on the show. Because my thing is this, you all. Okay, so you took time away to, you know, have your baby and, you know, to, you know, be with your husband, this, that, and the third. Every Sunday, even though that you was not on the show, every Sunday you was posting pictures of your baby. Okay? So you sitting up here, do you see how she's trying to downplay? Oh, it's a rumor. Then the year before, when they was casting for season 11, remember they did not invite Sheree back. So she actually made fun of Sheree, and then she was back and forth on the internet telling the fans, well, yeah, I'm coming back and I'm definitely back, and, you know, talking all this shit. Then this bitch got quiet and, well, I'm still in negotiations. Bitch, you weren't in no negotiations. You were not asked back, okay? So I would respect Kenya a little bit more if she would start telling the motherfucking truth. But when you are a delusional beauty queen, honey, you do those things.
Hey, so let's just say this. My assumptions would be that Kenya Moore is back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So hypothetically, if you were
think like a lawyer, not talking like a lawyer.
Yeah, if you were back on the show, we know that you gotta have some type of drama or some type of cattiness, because a lot of people like to see that. I love to see women empowering each other. I don't like to see a lot of it, but I like you ladies on the show. Mm-hmm. So if you were to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, how would you keep that peace in that I'm okay space without it having to air on a show such as Real Housewives?
Well, that's a tricky balance, because you can come in peace like I did in the last episode. I came to support Cynthia at her launch party. Mm-hmm. I was cordial to everyone.
Except Nene. She ignored the fuck out of Nene. Now, yeah, Nene was saying her little shit on the side, but then Nene got her shit together towards the end of Cynthia's party and was like, hey, Kenya, you know, like really trying to talk to her. This bitch couldn't even say hi to Nene. Why are you so fucking mad at Nene? You're mad that Nene is on the show that she started, and then you about to say some dumb shit about, well, the fans need need me. And bitch, you came on, like Nene said, in season 5. So for 4 seasons, they didn't need you. You didn't start this show. You know, and I will give Kenya this. Kenya did bring a lot to the show when she first came, like seasons 5 and 6. And then after that, you know, the bullshit she was doing, it was recycled, you know, constantly making up shit, staying with Matt for a storyline. What woman goes through domestic abuse with a man? No, the motherfucker is crazy. The motherfucker fucking up the outside of your house and shit, and you keep him around for a fucking storyline, okay? So, Kenya ain't got no coof to her, honey.
You know, I'm not friends with Nene right now, and I didn't come to, like, argue with her or be combative or have...
She being passive aggressive. Tell us what your issue is with Nene. And leave it up to her. She'll probably just say, well, just Nene is mad at me and she's just bothered that me and Cynthia are cool. I think it's more to that. Because you was talking all types of shit about her online. And like I said, you all, when Kenya got on this show, and I think maybe it was season 6 at the reunion, she was talking big shit to Nene, saying like, well, you just mad that the fans love me now. And, you know, and it's just like, why are you talking like that? You know, well, I'm the fan favorite. You know, you are the villain of the show. I mean, people... they not checking for you like that. I mean, you got a fan base going, you know, you do got your own little fan base. I give you that, but you was never the most beloved person on this show. To me, it's always kind of been Nene and Candy, you know, people like those people. And now I feel like Candy is beginning to lose her shine because people see her for the passive aggressive bitch that she is. So Kenya, you are delusional and you really need to get it together and take them goddamn contacts out, because I don't think you're able to see things clearly. Okay,
some drama. I just came to support Cynthia, but yet look at the fallout that ensued.
Yes.
So for me, it doesn't matter if you come in peace.
If you were truly coming to that party in peace, you would have said, well, Cynthia, I'll be there. And then I didn't like how Cynthia tried to say on the reunion, on the season 11 reunion, oh, well, Kenya didn't want to be bothered with the cameras. She didn't want to be bothered with the cameras. Are you serious? That bitch couldn't wait to be on there. Okay, she was bitter. She was hurt that she was not asked back. Okay, she felt salty. Okay, and I bet you her ass will be there for season 12 because she needs the motherfucking money. Why don't you just say, well, you know, my acting career is not where I thought, you know, it would be. And, you know, I want to go back on Housewives and show a different part of my life. Like, keep it the fuck real. You know, stop trying to make it look like you doing the show a favor by coming back. Oh, the ratings is down. And, you know, y'all about to hear the shit I'm talking about.
You may not get that back.
Right.
So I just think for me, I knew I didn't do anything wrong. I came to support my friend.
Playing victim, as usual. This bitch has not learned.
And when other people have a problem with you, it's always going to be a problem. So that's their issues and not mine. I just have to just keep living my life.
Wait a minute. Didn't she just say other people have a problem with her? So Nene has a problem with you. And if you don't have a problem with Nene, then why didn't you speak to her? You ignored her over and over again. You acknowledged Greg and completely ignored Nene. So, bitch, you got a problem. You are jealous that Nene is the highest paid on the show, and as she should be, okay? Because when I sat up there and looked at that damn reunion, I didn't feel like they really had a show without Nene, honestly. You know, the rest of them girls on that show, they can get kind of boring at times, you know? So...
to being happy and living my best life, and that's all I can do.
Okay, speaking of Nene...
and where is your husband at? We never see this motherfucker. Every time I see this girl, she is doing a single mother photo shoot, honey. I never see her man. You know, people keep talking about Portia wasn't married, you know, when she had her baby, and Kenya did everything right, and Kenya got married first and had the baby, but we see the baby more than we see her man. Where is he?
I like Nene too, but Nene was saying that you you left the show because of your own accord, like you wanted to. It wasn't because they made you.
Oh no, they didn't make me. Trust me, I wasn't fired.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of times I read these blogs.
You were not fired. You were not asked back. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, Phaedra herself wasn't even fired. It was a simple fact that nobody would film with her. That is what it was. Okay, so you were not asked back. They wanted Eva. They wanted Shamari. They wanted something new and fresh. And I'm not trying to come down on Kenya, you guys, but Kenya is very, she has a very dark energy. You know, you got the situation with her mother, you know, them being estranged from each other. You know, you got her renting boyfriends, flirting with folks' husbands, and, you know, her putting up with domestic abuse for a storyline. She has a very dark energy, and she doesn't own that. You know, she doesn't, and you were not asked back. And I need y'all to go and check out Portia's interview on The Breakfast Club. I didn't really cover it because I really wanted to keep it about Portia. But Portia even spoke on the fact of her situation with Dennis. And she didn't want to get blackballed like Kenya. Because remember, after that shit that Kenya pulled on season 10 with, you know, on the ash machine with her husband. Y'all know that even her husband didn't even want her ass on the show because but Andy checked her ass on the season 10 reunion and was just like, well, what's up with what your husband said about this show? He said that it's not a good representation of black women. And he never really said it like that. Bitch, he was nowhere to be found. They showed his ass. It seemed like that one time. And you probably was begged to do that when you got married. You didn't have the cameras there. You know, you kept trying to do things on your own terms. And Bravo was like, no ma'am. No ma'am. We ain't putting up with that shit. So you were not asked back because this is a reality show and you were not willing to share your reality. You know, and it was the same thing with Portia season 7. Portia didn't just get demoted for dragging Kenya. Portia had some man she was seeing and she didn't really want to talk about it or, you know, have the man on camera. So, you know, it combined with her dragging Kenya probably, but it wasn't just her dragging Kenya that got her demoted for season 7. She was still on the season, but she didn't have a peach. But Portia played her motherfucking cards back because I bet you came season 8, that bitch had a peach. Season 9, 10, so on and so forth. She got the Portia's having a baby special. See, this is all shit that Kenya's fake ass missed out on, okay? Because she kept thinking that she had more power than what she really has. She ain't got no power, bitch.
Say, oh, firefighters. It's like, how you gonna get fired if you have an offer on the table? Like, y'all some silly. This is some silliness that you read. You know what I mean?
They offered your ass food stamps and Medicaid. You didn't want to take it. You was like, my bad. I'm cool. I'll just go over here and be a waitress at Mark's restaurant. I'm just like.
Like, so let's be clear the air. You were not fired. You
never
actually left.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, but why did you decide to leave? Because I did hear some things.
She didn't decide shit. She was not asked back. Okay, can we clear that up, girl?
That
it's several reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like beyond it now, but it was several reasons.
You weren't beyond it when you was on the internet telling your fans that you was in negotiations when really you didn't get your pickup letter.
It just wasn't, things just did not come together for me the way they should. And I decided to just take,
Look at how she's saying it like she chose to walk away. She's the one with the power. You know, she's the one that did them a favor and just turned it down. It wasn't good enough for her. It didn't meet her standards. More bullshit.
Take my time and do what I wanted to do.
Love it.
Focus on my family. And I am so happy that I did.
Love it.
You didn't have a choice because you didn't get no pickup letter, boo.
I am so happy that nothing happened to my baby.
Love it.
You know what I mean? And that she was protected and she was loved. And the outcome is that she is such a happy baby. And that's all I could have ever dreamed about.
Yeah. It's part of the reason why, like, you just wanted to be in a peaceful place.
That was one of the
reasons,
baby. Yeah. Well, I didn't want to jeopardize my pregnancy. I was really high risk.
Yeah.
She was really high risk, but yet, like Nene said, came in there looking like a goddamn buffalo. She didn't want to be on camera. That's what Cynthia said, but then we saw the big bitch on camera. Like, she looked very, I've been pregnant, you all. And I'm telling you, she was at her final stretch. So why show up at this party? Because you knew the cameras was gonna be there, and you wanted to set yourself up for the next season. You keep talking about Nene has a problem with you. Kenya is very strategic. She's manipulative. She's very strategic. That bitch knew what she was doing. That's why I can't really fuck with her and Candy's passive aggressive ass, because they don't just come out and give us the truth. Okay? They don't just say it like it is. And that's why they so cool.
And throughout my pregnancy, literally every time I went to the doctor, it was like, you're biting your nails, you know, where they thought I had an atopic pregnancy.
Really?
They saw the gestational sac, but then they didn't see any development, so they thought it may have been a false pregnancy.
Oh my God.
It was just like every step of the way, it was something that just made me feel like it may not happen for me.
Oh my God.
But you still had your ass at Cynthia's party. You wasn't too worried, bitch. Judge people, you all, by their actions. Don't go by the bullshit that they say. Judge them by their actions. She wanted to be there with them cameras. Baby in tow and all.
So that's it. In putting that on top of the daily stressors of the show and that nonsense.
Okay.
I can't do it.
But now we got the baby out the way, baby, and Kenya Moore is hypothetically back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Can we say that? Hypothetically.
I think hypothetical it speaks for itself.
Yeah, and
it's so funny.
And we can bring the twirl back to the game. Because to be honest with you, I think you're needed. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I don't. Phaedra is needed, but Kenya had her splash, you know, on the show. Like I said, I would give her maybe seasons 5 through 7. And then after that, she got desperate. Because season 8, she began fucking with Kim Fields and pulling her chair out and calling Kim Fields boring. How the fuck you gonna call a badass black actress that has did better in Hollywood than you? How you gonna call her boring? And yeah, Kim didn't really fit with all the girls, but I still felt it was entertaining, you know, having her on the show. It was still, you know, still a fun show. We had Phaedra and Portia that season that really kept us busy and entertained. So Kenya, girl, you really need to quit. We saw you season 9 with all these fucking domestic violence abuse claims, and you know, then season 10, you know, before the season even got started, you went off and hurried up and got married right before the season. Check that, you guys. Right before, she's strategic. Right before the season to set up her motherfucking storyline. Okay, she probably made some kind of agreement with that man. Hey, I'm willing to pay you this, that, and the third. Y'all know Bravo be passing out them big checks. And Kenya was like, hey, I need a baby. I need a husband. Because y'all remember she got into it with Kim Zolciak. I believe at the end of season 9, and Kim got on her and was just like, you don't have a husband, you don't have no kids, you don't have shit, you know, and that really hurt Kenya. Kenya felt some type of way. Yes, Kenya got Kim Zolciak ass together, honey. She did get her together, on season 9 at, what was that, Sheree's housewarming party. She did get it together, but Kim made some very valid points about Kenya, and Kenya said, honey, for season 10, I got to come back with a man and a baby in tow, and, you know, I got to really get the storyline going. So, bitch, I see you.
I agree with that.
It hasn't been the same with, like, you know, just different cast members. Not saying
I would rather see Shamari drunk any day than see Kenya talking on the goddamn voicemail to some imaginary man, you know, to some man that don't even want to be there. We saw Ronnie DeVoe. We saw Eva's man. Both them girls got relationships with their mothers. Like, and I'm not trying to shade Kenya on that, but like I said, Kenya has some dark energy, because even towards the end of, was that season 8 or 9, we stopped seeing Aunt Lori. Aunt Lori was sick of Kenya and her bullshit. Aunt Lori got sick of filming with this hoe. So, I mean, you gotta take that Kenya Moore, honey, in doses, honey.
like them, but
you don't
Kenya
have to say
Moore
that.
she
Well,
brought
the thing
something
is,
different.
I appreciate that, and I think the fans recognize that too. You can love somebody on the show. Everybody has their favorite.
Yeah.
So with
Nene is mine.
there's this one, that one, or the other. Everyone has their favorites on the show. So whether I'm your favorite or not, I think people realize that I'm a critical component to the show.
Okay.
Bitch, please. You inserted yourself into the show. That's why you scheduled to have your C-section done. What was that? The first episode, I believe, of season 11? I heard she did that. And then she was always posting with the baby, on Sunday nights as if she was on the show. What other housewife did that? Did we see Phaedra doing that on Sundays looking for attention? And y'all may say, well, it's different because Kenya got the baby. Bitch, if you so focused on your man and your baby, you wouldn't even care about housewives. You could have started a YouTube channel and say, hey fans, I want you guys to follow me, on my YouTube channel. We could have saw baby Brooklyn, you and Mark. You could have vlogged, showed us trips to the grocery store. We could have showed, you could have showed yourself, filling out them food stamp applications, the Medicaid application. You could have showed that, but you got your ass on every Sunday on Instagram, because you wanted to still be affiliated with this fucking show. Okay. So y'all keep that in mind about Miss Kenya Moore, honey, in the words of Phaedra, okay? She likes to lie. She likes to be strategic and manipulative. And girl, I am not here for it, okay? I see you. We see each other.
And I think that because it is an ensemble show, that chemistry and that balance needs to be there for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
What balance? Like I said, everybody else is married. They're happily married. Their men want to be on the show, You don't fit as well, Kenya, as you think you do. I mean, the only people that like you is them damn evil ass twirlers. They evil just like your ass. So them the only people that's checking for you. But I liked Eva and Shamari. Now, yes, the season kind of started off a bit boring because to me they had Portia kind of starting everything. But hell, now that I look back, who the hell else was going to really pick up the show, and who was going to really carry the show? We can't depend on dry ass Candy. We don't want to keep hearing about OLG and her and Todd. Like, we're done with that. Cynthia couldn't do it. Nene had to deal with Greg's health. Hell, Portia was a goddamn MVP, but I was kind of getting a little bored with Portia, and I told y'all I'm kind of liking Portia by herself. Okay, because I kind of see Portia being a star of her own show with her own friends, and she could give me life like that. But it's just something with her and these girls. And like I said, I only feel like Phaedra is her real friend. Her and Nene has a good relationship, but I feel like her and Phaedra is like, even though, they both kind of turned on each other, I just feel like their chemistry is what really makes the show good,
And then when you mess, like you bake it and you take out the flour.
Right.
And then the stuff don't rise.
Then they gotta circle back.
And then you gotta remake the whole pie.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing. So I just think that sometimes you just have to go through it to figure it out, and the numbers don't lie.
Right. Listen, love it. Now, I did hear...
Did y'all catch that shade? Numbers don't lie. Okay, so why were you posting your baby on a show with low ratings? Miss, I'm so important. Miss, I don't need the show. Miss, I turned down, offers on the show. And really quickly, before I let the rest of that play out, you guys... Kenya acts like she's so self-righteous. She's so self-important. She, is this famous black actress, and she's this and she's that. She's Miss USA. But, bitch, why I don't ever see you on no real popular magazine? You was on Sheen magazine. I have never heard of that magazine. Why you ain't never been on, like, Essence or Ebony, like Candy and Nene? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Or hell, even Jet. Is Jet still around? Like, I've never seen her on no predominantly black magazine cover. You know, it's just always these low-level, low-budget magazine companies. So if you so fucking important, Miss USA, like, why you can't book that? I'm just saying. Inquiring minds want to know, sis.
Another one, we do have to dispel the rumors or not dispel them, that Candy said she wasn't excited for Phaedra to return back to the show, but she is excited for you to return. If Phaedra come back, are you guys okay? Are you guys still friends, or?
We've never been friends. I mean, we were friends in the beginning, but for, I don't know, 5 seasons on the show, we weren't friends. Maybe 4, I don't remember.
I thought y'all were cool. No? Okay.
Well,
y'all
it
were cool.
turned, remember?
Yeah, it did. Okay, I do remember it did.
Yeah, I was always the one coming in peace and saying, you know what, listen, let's start over.
Yeah.
And I thought we were in a good place.
Yeah.
And then...
Now, y'all know damn well that's a lie. Y'all know motherfucking well that is a lie. Do you see how she makes herself the victim? I'm always the one coming in peace. Bitch, shut up. Because that ain't what I remember. I remember when you first got on this fucking show, season 5, you was flirting with Apollo. You was all up in your confessional. Oh, Apollo is fine. That right there, you all, I don't give a fuck if she was just saying it. She should have said that shit in her head. You do not make those type of comments about somebody else's husband. And I'm pretty sure now that this bitch is married now, she wouldn't like, and I hope she gets her karma with that. I really do. That way she could see how Phaedra felt with her flirting with her husband and making these inappropriate comments. Y'all remember season 5, I believe it was, she pushed Apollo in the pool. Remember she was dating Walter and they was out in Anguilla. She pushed Apollo in the pool. You're touching that man. Then he ends up picking her up in an inappropriate way and diving in the pool with her. Inappropriate. Apollo was wrong as well. This bitch was text messaging Apollo even after her and Phaedra fell out. Okay, she was doing that shit to spite Phaedra. She's always had a crush on Apollo. She got so upset and up in arms that people was calling her a motherfucking whore, but all her fucking behavior is the reason why people thought the bitch was really a whore. Nobody believed this bitch until Apollo confessed that, you know, he made some shit up. But still, even with him confessing to some shit, the bitch carried herself like a whore. Kenya had really low self-esteem when she got on this show. I'm telling y'all, if y'all look at season 5, that's the worst she looked. She started looking better and better. And I'm not saying Kenya is ugly at all. Kenya is very attractive, but her skin was the worst it was. Her hair and shit wasn't completely right. She was very insecure. She didn't have a relationship with her mom. She was at the bottom of the barrel. When you're dealing with somebody that's miserable like that, what they like to do is insert themselves in other folks' marriages. Remember, she was calling Portia dumb and stupid and how Cordell left Portia and he didn't want your ass. And, you know, this woman actually, whether their marriage worked out or not, Portia and Cordell, whether it worked out or not, that man asked her to marry her. She had something over you and you was always jealous of that. But now that you're married, you don't really want to show your husband. You don't really want anybody attacking what the fuck y'all got. So I hope that when you bring your motherfucking ass back, Kenya, I'm not saying I hope they break her marriage up, but I hope the bitch gets a dose of her fucking medicine. I really do. Because I want to hear your ass cry wolf. Because you didn't mind disrespecting other people, you know, when they was in their marriages.
And at the end of that season, she turned on me again.
Oh my God.
So, you know, listen.
She turned on you for no reason? For no reason at all. Okay.
I don't even want to talk about Ghost.
Okay.
In my opinion, she's long gone, and I do.
She ain't long gone. Hopefully, Phaedra is in negotiations, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It has been your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.